All right, I'm going to be talking about my new Husqvarna hedger. And I want to give a tiny comparison to my older Ego right here. So I'll be clicking it together. I did the unboxing, but the video was crap, so take it from here. And I've been working with it for a while, so I have a little bit of a kind of opinion on that. And you could see that battery, as far as I'm understanding, that's a 4 amp, but you see the density of the thing, and that gives you a lot of runtime. It has two speeds, a regular speed, a high speed, it has reverse. You'll see on this rail here that that's meant to dislodge things that get caught inside the, like on this Ego that get caught between the teeth. I both like it and not like it. So I like it because it does decrease the amount of large pieces that get caught between the blades, but I don't like it because I like to be able to get more aggressive in the cutting because I'm not a homeowner. This is something I use for light to medium duty work. Same with the Ego. Now the Ego, for the price when I got it, which I think was about $250, was actually pretty good. But I've always had problems with the charger. And now the charger just doesn't want to go on to the second mode where it charges this battery. So I wanted to get a new hedger before it is that I open up that charger and take a look at it and see if it's just because, it needs to be cleaned or something for that fan to kick on. My guess is that the BMS is burnt out or something. I don't know. So, yeah, that's one thing about the Egos. Just one of the things. Otherwise, this has been a surprisingly decent little kind of like upper scale homeowner hedger. But the Husqvarna is it seems to me, and I'm gonna pop this battery in, and then I'm gonna talk about something real quick that I hope I can sum up quickly that should be useful to everybody. All right, let's see if I could do this with one hand. I've been using it, so it's a tiny bit dirty, but you see the connectors there? That's a lot different than with the Ego, which is just, I don't even know. Somebody must have just like smashed their head against a wall and then decided to engineer it. I don't know. But with this one, I'm just going to use gravity. Clicks right on in there. And there's the tester. Let's press that tester. There you go. It's at full. I'll turn it on. Oh, you got to go 1 second. There you go. And then it takes two. You have side triggers, which are nice. And then that's the engaging bar right there. So I'm going to turn that off. Okay. So let's put my battery into my Makita. Now, if you're familiar with Husqvarna and or Husqvarna and Still, then one of the things you'll notice about their chainsaws that they put out, at least since the very beginning, is that they will have homeowner and professional. Now, the homeowners, there's a lot of the smaller stuff that's extraordinarily useless and aggravating because of all the stupid safety stuff on there. And I understand it probably is sensible to be more, put those safety things on there for the homeowners who are not familiar using these things, but they're really annoying. So what they did is Husqvarna had like their closest thing to a professional chainsaw. Was that called the Rancher or something? Please forgive me for being mistaken about that. I had one of those and it was a great saw. And that's like just below what your professional chainsaw would be. So it was basically like using a regular chainsaw. Just it wasn't as high performance and a little bit heavier and clunkier, okay? Same with the still, which I think is a farm boss, same thing. So it's just before the professional, okay? But it could be a homeowner, but it's like people who are doing real work, like on ranches and farms and whatnot. And actually, both the Husqvarna and the still, uh, um, you know, chainsaws that I've mentioned are quite good for even professional work, just for basic groundwork, okay? Nothing too fancy or clever. So it seems to me that now I ordered this still, but it's been near impossible trying to get it right here in town. So I just given up on those guys and I'll come back to it later. But it seems that the still 40 amp, I'm sorry, the still 40 volt. This is, I think, also a 40 volt. They're meant to be competitive. The Husqvarna, this one, and that still that I was going to order, they're meant to be comparable to what I mentioned about the chainsaws just prior to getting a professional hedger in this case. And with the Makita is trying to do the same thing of sorts, although I don't think Makita does professional stuff. They might be. I have one of their top handle saws. I like it. But it seems as though Makita was attempting to be in pace with Husqvarna and still with regards to the electric 40 volts. But Home Depot has falsely advertised the prices. Actually, Makita has obviously had a strategy, which is a good one. And so they were attempting to sell the Makita 24-inch bar 40 amp, 40 volt hedger as $329 before taxes with battery and charger. This was $319.29 at Tractor Supply. Again, battery, charger, 40 volt. At one of the local still dealers, comparable hedger, 40 volt, 350 out the door. So you could tell that they're all trying to keep pace with one another. Now, I went to buy that Makita, and Home Depot played loads of games with me, and I had to really keep my cool because it was obvious that they just did not want to sell the Makita at the price that it was being advertised at. Okay, so Makita had a strategy, quite obviously, to keep pace with Husqvarna and Still, but Home Depot, at least locally, doesn't want to honor that. They're playing games. So I, fortunately, after so much time, and we had a theft ring come into town as well, so that complicated things. But Tractor Supply opened up a couple of weeks ago, and I was able to go in and get that Husqvarna. And I really, really like it, man. I really like this thing. They say it'll void the warranty if I take that rail off. I think it's a 2 or 3 year warranty on the thing. I don't want to wait 2 or 3 years to pull the rail off. So I'm just gonna say for documentation that rail will not come off. I will stick to the warranty. Yeah, but The Makita, I love the Makita, and I wanted to expand the system, but I'm very happy with the Husqvarna. So I hope that's useful information. If anybody has any questions, I do this stuff professionally. I do tree work and what have you, and this is just a nice little backup for medium and light duty ground stuff. I could do it real quick. The runtime is terrific on this thing. You got the 2 speeds. If you run it on high speed, you should expect it to run about the same time as any other, which was going to be like 40 minutes to an hour. But if you use the speed variations on it and go with the regular speed, you can double, quadruple that. It just depends on how you run it. It gives you the option, and it has a reverse on there as well to get debris out, which is really handy. Yeah. So the Ego, I'm going to quickly show you something. Okay. So that's your connection. Yeah. Always have had problems with that. I don't even know what that is. That's like, like your talking Care Bear or something like that toy connection. I don't even know what that is, you know? And even though it's not all that heavy duty, it's actually been a really good little hedger. So I'm hoping I'm going to get that charger fixed. Just so it's a backup. I've really beat the heck out of this thing. But I'm going to really enjoy my Husqvarna. So, and I'm hoping, to expand. I would like to, if I had a bunch of money and time and to nerd out, I'd get the Makita and I would get the Still. But I got my basic light to medium duty hedger, and then from this point on will be, of course, the professional one, which is, going to be a lot more money. All right. I hope everybody is having a great one. And if you like to mess with tools and stuff like this, I hope that it all works out great for you. And if you get a chance to try out the Husqvarna, do so. It's really fun. Later.